Welcome to the G&M Live Studio channel. I'm Sid Jacobs. I've been teaching at MI for 30 years, and I'm currently at the Swarnabhoomi Academy of Music, SAM, in India, and I'm heading up the jazz guitar series at the G&M channel. So my little discussion today will be on some of the lines and harmonies that we can explore in the augmented scale. Now, the augmented scale, just to recap, is based on the augmented triad and a half step before each one. So that's the kind of the sound of the scale. Now in this scale exists a major triad. It's a 6-note scale. So the notes would be B and C, D sharp, E, G, and A flat. So if you can remember what I just said, B, C, D sharp, E, G, A flat. We have C, E, and G. So the C major scale, the C major chord. Anything that we find in these symmetrical scales exists at the degree of symmetry. So in this case, since the scale is built on major thirds, C triad exists, then an E major triad must exist, and an A flat major triad must exist. So this is a C triad, this is an E triad, this is an A flat triad, and a C. So to make a pattern from this C, E, G, and then there's a G sharp, that's the third of the E, E. That's the A flat triad, sharp the 5, and backward. Now in this scale exists a C, E, G, and a B. So 4 out of 6 notes create a C major 7th chord. Also 4 out of the 6 notes creates an A flat major 7th chord, and also an E major 7th chord. So I'll play the C major chord for reference. See if you can. It's going to sound a little out, but it will sound in. So this is why it's popular among modern improvisers, because we can sound out and in at the same time. And then there's a very normal pedestrian C major 7th chord. And then there's an A flat major 7th chord, and then now let me go over the fingering slowly so you get it. This is the C major triad. Now what I'm picking with my right hand is down, 1 stroke down across 3 notes, and then an upstroke on the G sharp. Reposition my fingers, and once again, all down, up, then all down, up, all down, up, and then going backwards from the G sharp, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, of course, with any inversion of the triad, first inversion, another beautiful thing about this is anything that we find in here, we can move up in major thirds. So I have this major 7th chord with a sharp 5, or it's A flat major 7th with a sharp 5, or a C triad with an A flat in the bass. All exists here, all for 1 chord. Gives us a slightly different sound. So let's say I have this, or better yet, let's try the C major 7th, and here's the C major, there's an E minor, A flat major, C minor exists, E major, A flat minor, C major, E minor, a reference chord, and So a different way to hear the C major chord. Now also, in here's 3 minor chords. This is why some of the modern composers, 20th century composers, for me that's modern, refer to this as the magic scale, because not only do you have 3 major triads, a major third apart, but you also have 3 minor triads, a major third apart. And of course, every note in the scale can be harmonized with an augmented triad. So that's the minor. And that's the minor triad moving up in major thirds. And then we hear that for the A flat major 7th. So anyway, there's no limit to the things that you can find. Anything that you find in the scale, you can move in major thirds. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little insight into the augmented scale. And if you'd like to learn more about the series, please visit gnmguitars.com and look for our educational system, and I look forward to seeing you there.